So anyway, I'm here today because normally on Sunday nights I tweet the what I learned through the week on what on Twitter, and I can't do enough of them, and I don't get enough letters. So I thought I'd try this little podcast and see if it works out. And if it works out, maybe I'll do another one next week. But anyway, these are the things that I learned last week. And the first thing up is the Twins hired a new manager named Rocco Baldelli. Yep, that's right. A manager named Rocco. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he probably is going to have a first base coach named Guido and a third base coach named Moose. Now, I'm thinking if the Twins players don't play hard for Rocco, they're probably going to get in, they're going to put him in a van, go into a cornfield, and you're never going to see him again. And then they're just going to pull up, different guys. So, I think there's a lot of incentive to play hard for Rocco. I'm just going out on a limb here. On to baseball. Does anybody really care about baseball? I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people around town, a lot of things going on, and I don't think people care about baseball. It's too slow. Haven't had a winning team in years. And, there was an 18-inning game, and I don't think anybody cared for the World Series. And, Boston won again. Okay, great. Rich get richer. Good for them. But I just think baseball's kind of blah. So I thought, Rocco, hey, I'm not going to say anything bad about the Twins. I kind of want to be here next Sunday. Next up, by the way, the Vikings, okay, they lost. It's amazing when a couple players who the state really likes makes a mistake and we lose. How the K-Fan wine line isn't really whining. Thielen and Diggs, big mistakes. Huge, actually, in the Thielen one. But yet people, it's okay. We'll get them next week. Anybody else makes that mistake, they want them shipped off, and they want Rocco's guys to kill him. Right? They want him to deal with them. But because Thielen did it, and I'm on the Thielen bandwagon, how can you say anything bad about that guy? 8 100-yard games in a row? What? Yeah. And by the way, the Kirk Cousins Keenum thing, don't even bother. Cousins is twice the player Keenum is, hands down. Case closed on that. Anyway, still sticking with football. How about on Monday nights when they've got this guy going on this train track, and the guy's name is Booger McFarland? How about that, right? Booger. Hey, let's get down to Booger. What do you got, Boog? I mean, it's the greatest, right? No, you can't make up a first name Booger on a train track going back and forth on the field. It's unbelievable. Anyway, check it out if you want to, but most of you people know what I'm talking about. The other thing is, how about Todd Gurley stopping at the 1-yard line? Game against the Packers. I would like to be in Vegas seeing the money line, because that was to cover and not cover. How about I'd like to see the part that was on Gurley scoring and he didn't just blow up. I mean, those are the times in Vegas when you want to be there. Is just watching people go out of their mind, whipping things, throwing things, whatever they're doing. And also that has fantasy implications too. I bet the guy who has Gurley, and by the way, screw you, the guy who has Gurley, because it isn't me. You get enough points. But anyway, you could have lost a fantasy game with that. So anyway, how about, I think we're good with the football, little baseball, and by the way, let's go with that other clown team. How about this? Last week, Flip Saunders has been dead 3 years. I can't believe Flip Saunders has been dead 3 years. And boy, I miss him. I think a lot of Wolves fans miss him. He's probably rolling in his grave right now, what's going on with this club. Now, either that Tom Thibodeau is the smartest son of a bitch, in the world, or he is the dumbest guy in the world. Because he's either going to play this Jimmy Butler thing out the rumors out there was he got 4 first-round draft picks from Houston. Let's relax on that because those 4 first-round picks are going to be at the lower end. And who want in the NBA? It's not like football. The NBA, if you're picking on, the top 10, you're going to get a great player. If you're picking in the bottom of that, they're nobodies. Those picks don't mean anything in the NBA. It isn't like football where you can take the 2 picks, package them, and go up into the first round. Basketball doesn't do that. It's a terrible run organization. It's not a good league at all. But the drama's fantastic, so I got to bring it up. Will Butler be here? Is Tibbs a genius or an idiot? There is no medium. There's no medium here. He's either got something in his head he's going to make out on this deal, or he should be fired. And by the way, Glenn Taylor, I got a good way to get out of this. If I'm you, I'd fire this whole group. If this don't go the way you're supposed to, I'd fire the whole group. I'd end up hiring that Becky Hammonds from San Antonio. First woman in the NBA. It's historic. It takes you off the hook, and it's a good feel-good deal. That's just my opinion, but I think it's going to be getting close to that time anyway. Why don't you? Other than that, let's do a little. I got a little movie review from you for last week. On my Twitter, I gave it a 4 out of 5 pumpkins. Halloween, fantastic. Sorry, you can't beat Michael Myers. I mean, it's Michael Myers. I mean, spoiler alert, he does kill people. Okay, great. But great movie, love it. There's nothing else you can do about it. I got a couple movies this week. I'm probably going to see the Queen one, the biop with Freddie Mercury. I think that looks pretty darn interesting, and it looks really good. So I'll give you a review on that next week. I think I might even slip in the Nutcracker. I don't know why, but it's a family film. But hey, it's either that or being on the golf course, sucking all day long, paying $40 for hitting 100 on 9 holes. No, me, movies, feet up, popcorn, feeling good. That's where I belong. So, might be 2 reviews for you next week. We'll go with that. Another thing is junior hockey game this week. I got to tell you, you watch your son, it's great. But the people in these junior hockey places, they're just phenomenal. I mean, this is their night. They have nothing in the, towns of New Ulm and Granite City and, even Alexandria. I mean, it's fantastic. They're out in numbers. When you can go to these games and drink for $20 for the whole game, that drink as much as you want. Oh, they're out. Great crowds. Just awesome. The other thing is, let's do a little bit of, let's keep on the entertainment. Here's a couple. I watched The Conners without Roseanne. Had to see it. It's horrible. Okay? It's not going to last. It's the Michael Scott syndrome. And if you know Michael Scott, which is the Steve Carell character for one of the greatest shows, The Office, when he left, that thing went down the hill. They tried. It didn't work. Done. That's what this Conners thing is. Another show like that I've been watching for the last 9 years off and on is that Walking Dead. So coming this Sunday, Rick Grimes' final episode. I don't know if he gets eaten by the zombies, he gets shot, he rolls out, he's got a dream sequence going. I don't know, but once this is it for him and you lose that main character, I've been losing patience with that show anyway. Anybody who watches it, you don't kill Negan off. It's ridiculous. One of the biggest villains, and you keep him alive. Great. Thanks for that. So I would say if you're looking for an underrated one, and this guy I've been watching since Tool time, and Home Improvement, but the new Tim Allen, Last Man Standing. That's been on for like 7 years, and they canceled it and put it on another network. It's phenomenal. I think it's funny. I think it's old school funny. So if you need a sitcom for half an hour, give it a shot. Let's see. Oh, I got my pet peeve of the Walmart Target. So I had to go to Walmart and get something. Ugh. You know, I go in there, you buy something. I'd rather go to Target, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I go get something, I come out, I walk 20 feet, and there's a Walmart greeter. I want to see your receipt. Okay, I'm thinking I'd like to tell, the 80-year-old person off. But, knowing my luck, I would tell her off, walk out that Walmart parking lot, and a Metro Mobility truck would hit me and just stick me into that pylon, right? Just kill me. It's karma. You walk up, you show her the receipt. It's like, I thought they were just greeters, but now they're Barnaby Jones detectives. Okay, they're detectives. Great, but that just tells me this. The difference between Target and Walmart to me is like taking that asking that one girl to the prom, and she says yes, and you're just pumped, and 2 days before the prom she backs out on you, and it's like a swift kick in the gut, and you're scrambling to find another girl to go with so you can be there with your buddies and everything else. And you find the girl and you ask her. She has everything, all the stuff you need, just like the last girl, but it is a downgrade. And that's what Walmart seems to me. It's like that second girl you're taking, it's a downgrade, but it'll work. But no, I'm a Target guy. Forget the Walmart, unless you want to order online, but no, out. Anyway, I think with that, the other thing I got is I made, in the fall, my mistake living next to leaves, forests, the leaves in the yard. Oh, my God, mulching sucks. So I'm going to go do that in about 2 minutes here. And I think that's about it. I hope you like this little version of it. By the way, next week I'll probably try to do this on Monday. And the last reminder for this podcast, just a second. Make sure you watch the driving with the kids on Halloween, baby. Because, and by the way, is there a better cartoon than Scooby-Doo? I don't think so. And I have a couple of friends who agree. So, anyway, good luck. We'll see you guys next week. Whatever interesting things comes up, I'll bring them out. See you later. Bye.